The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Sean.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It's February 3rd. The year is 2023, and it's 5:30 right now, Steph. So you know what that means? Another raise for us. What are we making 100,000 now? Is that how it works?
I think that's how it works, right? I wish
we just got to tell someone about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you made it in this morning.
Oh my goodness, though. Like the roads, there are no lanes anymore. It's just there are two black lines where tires have gone before you, and nobody else has ventured out in any of the other lanes on 63.
I was going to say, were you the first one to drive on any of the roads in your neighborhood or on the way here? Did you get to make the lane for any of them?
I did get to make the lane on my street. It felt very powerful.
That is what I miss about driving to work in the morning, is the power move of deciding where the lane is when you're the first one to drive on it after the snow falls.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing you miss, though, because I certainly was not jealous of your walk to work this morning when I was cleaning off my car or wishing that it was warm or driving for 20 minutes on slippery roads that you don't know where you're supposed to be driving. Ugh, stay safe.
I'll tell you this, it's not all glitz and glam walking to work. I think the snow like covered my toes on my boots. Like I was high knees all the way through to work for that full 2 minutes.
High knees marching.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, we are going to be out of frozen pizza in the stores pretty soon.
Okay, I saw this. Nestle, essentially, is discontinuing a couple of their products in Canadian stores. Is that how I understood it?
You are right. So goodbye to Lean Cuisine frozen dinners.
Ugh. No, I'm kidding. Never bought those in my life.
What a loss. No, the thing is about both of these products, I feel like Delissio and Lean Cuisine, they're both more of the high-end frozen meals. And honestly, they're just out of my budget. Like, I'm like, if I'm going to buy a frozen meal and it's going to cost me the same price as a hot meal, think I'll go with the hot one.
Yeah, I feel like my Delissio stage was like 7 years ago when it was around like $4 a frozen pizza. And so while the nostalgia will be sad to see it go away, I've shifted. I've moved on from these products to cheaper ones. Call me frugal, don't care.
Yeah, I'm like, if it's not $3.50 for frozen pizza, I don't want it.
If it don't start with a 2, don't even bother. With us being a dog-friendly show, I just want to tell the whole world about Spike. Steph.
Spike, okay.
Spike set a Guinness World Record for being the oldest dog
to ever live?
Yeah, world's oldest living dog. Spike is 23 years old. He's a Chihuahua mix. He's from Ohio, and he is just a beautiful, lovely dog. He stands 22 centimeters tall, and he weighs 5.8 kilograms.
Okay, does he look like an old 23-year-old dog times 7? Is he actually 140 years old?
Spike is a little overweight. He has cataracts in his eyes. Definitely looks like he can't see. But man, is he just the most perfect dog. I'm looking at just pictures right now, and I absolutely want to have a nap with this bad boy.
Wow. Do you think that he could handle a nap, or is that all he can handle these days?
Well, let me read you his bio over here. Spike's favorite hobbies include napping, hiding his toy fox around the house, and playing house with the other cat in the place called Foxy. He is almost blind, and he's very hard of hearing at the age of 23. But like I said, Spike is perfect.
Well, happy birthday, Spike, and good on you for getting so old.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Spike.
Well, Sean, I want to say a big goodbye to Christmas.
Yeah, it's February 3rd. Goodbye. See you later. See you never. See you next year.
Yeah, last night I took my Christmas tree down.
Oh, that's why you're saying goodbye. I was like, Steph, you should know this. It's December 25th. That's when we're saying goodbye. Like the next day. Come on.
I know. And this is like way later, weeks later than I ever would. I usually take it down maybe the week or 2 weeks after Christmas because I have a real tree and it dies.
Oh.
But I must have bought no, I didn't buy. I cut down a tree out in the wilderness, but it doesn't want to die. This thing still looks beautiful. And I finally had to say last night, I'm sorry, Mr. Tree, but you've worn out your welcome in my living room. I need the space back. And so I undecorated it and I took the lights off. And now, I don't know, should I go plant it in my yard? Like it just won't
It seems like
die.
a super tree.
Yeah.
Were you caring for it? Were you watering it every day and everything?
Well, it used to soak up a lot of water, but it hasn't asked for a drink in weeks. It still got water in its bowl, but it stopped sucking it up. But usually the trees, they get really dry, they get brittle, the needles, you can just hear them falling. If you even think about touching the tree, it's like, tling-a-ling. Not a single needle has fallen off this tree. Even after I undecorated it, I didn't even have to vacuum.
Okay, yeah, that is very impressive. How does your husband feel about taking down the tree?
He just laid on the couch and watched me. As long as he doesn't have to help, he doesn't care.
Maybe he was secretly taking care of it and he's just acting nonchalant and just being like, all right, yeah. I think you should definitely plant it, though. This seems like a great tree.
Yeah, and I think it'll be nice forever, right? I mean, if it hasn't died yet.
Use it next year.
Yes.
I remember talking about this with Instagram maybe like 3-4 months ago. Totally forgot about it, but now it has absolutely changed my life, Steph.
Instagram changing your life?
Yeah, that's a little dramatic. It makes that like 7 minutes a day more fun on Instagram. The main thing I have problem with a lot of social media, sponsored content, advertising, people you don't follow. It's like, no, I choose to follow people for a reason, and I want to see what they're posting because they're important to me.
Yeah, and you hate the suggested for you posts and
always snooze for 30 days and then it comes back 30 days and it's always snooze again. Well, I remember talking, I want to say 4 months ago, that Instagram made an update, and in the top left corner on your app where it says Instagram, there's a drop down menu and then it says like following and favorites. And I finally have that button. I saw a drop down arrow beside it the other day. I'm like, oh, what's that? Is that just to go to like my personal account and then the mix account? Is that just like to swap between accounts there? No, it totally changed my Instagram experience.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy that it took 4 months for you to get it, because I remember how many times you deleted your Instagram app and got it back trying to get this button. Exactly. So now you have it and it's life-changing. Those words you've used, life-changing.
Okay. If you scroll on Instagram, it is, because if you don't tap that, then you're just on Instagram's feed for you. And then so I'm seeing something like 1 hour ago, 9 minutes ago, sponsored, advertisement, 22 hours ago. This is me on Instagram. 2 days ago. This is me on Instagram's feed right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go top left. I'm going to click on following. 9 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago. No sponsors, no ads, just literally people I'm following.
People you know, people you like, and chronological order.
This is what people have been asking for. Chronological, people I follow, nothing in between. Now, obviously, I don't think there's probably no setting for you to make it permanent. So you just have to literally go to it every single time you open the app. But my Instagram experience, I kind of like the app now.
That's amazing. Now, I do feel like it's been so long that, like, it's been, 5 years since they started ruining Instagram, in your opinion, and making it so convoluted. I don't even remember what it used to be like, but I'm going to have to go click it. Okay.
No ads, no sponsors, chronological order.
What if I don't like it anymore?
I've slowly realized that I have a certain style in the way that I write in terms of like email and then just anything kind of work related stuff.
Uh-huh.
Have you noticed? Do you even know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
What is it that I do? I'll let you guess. What do you think it is that I do?
Sean has decided that though he went through the entire Canadian school system and was taught how to write in proper English, he has thrown out every grammar rule there is and just decided that sentences no longer have capitals.
Well, that's not every rule. That's just one rule. So how dare you?
How dare I? Sorry. There are no commas.
No. There are commas and periods. I don't do apostrophes and I don't hit the shift key when I'm sending. If I'm sending external emails out to like clients and other people, I'll go through it. But if I'm just sending an email to you or anyone within the office, there's no way I'm putting my pinky over on that shift key and like capitalizing things and throwing an apostrophe in for can't or don't or it's or anything of that nature. I'm just, you know what? I value time and I can type faster if it's all lowercase and there's no apostrophe here or there.
This is one way to look at it. I value time. It takes a millisecond, not even, to press that shift key. And you're pressing it at the same time you're pressing the letter you need anyway. So it takes no extra time. It's just a tiny bit of muscle. And as well, you sending these emails like this, I never have to look if it was from Sean. I'm just like, oh, Sean replied. Like, they could not put your signature on there. And I'd just be like, this is from Sean.
Everything's lowercase. It's from Sean.
It is missing some key components of things that he was taught how to do, and it's obviously him.
Yeah. Do you think other people notice? Do you think other people are like affected by my grammar woes in the office?
Absolutely. And I would like to say that I read it in your voice, but I give you a lisp because I think it's so lazy of you to write it like this that you deserve to have a lisp when you're saying it.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to continue doing it because I like it.
And you're going to continue having a lisp in my head.
If you're looking into what the Arctic Winter Games have been like for the people within the region, highly suggest you hop on over to our Facebook page where we just asked what has been your favorite moment from the past week with the Arctic Winter Games, because some incredible stories are going through. If you haven't heard of the one where the snowshoeing races were going on and there was two competitors from two different teams, I don't want to assume what teams they were from, but the two separate teams. One was 14-year-old, the other one was in her mid-20s, and they were just so tired near the end of the race. They held hands, crossed the finish line at the same time, and now they're sharing a bronze medal.
Wow.
One of the people in our comments over on our Facebook page was right there in person in front of them, captured an amazing picture of the two holding their hands. And she said one of her favorite memories, watching the snowshoe athletes grab hands and cross the finish line together.
Really cool. I love this one from Crystal. She said that she's been loving the way the coaches, judges, and athletes focus on helping each other get better. She said, I didn't know that was a foundational part of these games, and it's been so incredible to see and hear.
I couldn't agree with that more. Just being at the futsal games. I've been at futsal all throughout the week, just seeing the soccer coaches just be together with their kids after the game, just consoling them if they lose, consoling them if they win. It doesn't matter. You just see the camaraderie between, and the fans have been so electric at the futsal games. Like, they have traveled from like Nunavut or Yukon. Yukon has been incredible for the entire futsal community, and they have just been so loud in their cheers. And last night was Alberta versus Yukon, and the Alberta shows up from like Fort McMurray and surrounding area, and both teams like doing their trance back and forth to each other. Absolutely loved it.
Really cool. Rebecca, the gymnastics team is making a point of finding the names of the participants on the opposing teams and cheering for them personally.
Look at these stories that are coming through. Like, this is so cool to have this right in our backyard and experience it all. So what do we got? All day today and part of tomorrow, and that's it?
Yep, that's it. We're almost done.
Take it in. Definitely take it in. Schedule's online. You can find it on our website if it's hard to find for you. And if not, just reach out to us and we'll tell you what to go to. We've been involved with it throughout the entire week. So for the past week, if you didn't know, now you know, the Wood Buffalo 2023 Arctic Winter Games, they have been going on and they have been covering the region from top to bottom, east to west. And I got to say, Steph, it has been absolutely fantastic.
It has been so cool. My big moment was watching all those coats come in at the opening ceremonies and just seeing how many people were in our region to celebrate these Arctic Winter Games and participate. It's just so cool. And then to see them walking around throughout the week of this camaraderie and teammates, and you can just see where everyone's from. So neat. Yeah, and I think around 2,000 volunteers. Everyone has a different kind of experience. We want to hear about yours. Your favorite moment from the Arctic Winter Games. 780-791-1037. You can text or call. I know with me, I'm a huge sports guy. Sports, my life revolves around. I watch 6 hours of sports at night. I take in all the live sports that I can. Being introduced to these rich history of Arctic sports and Dene games that I never knew of before, but have existed for a long time, has been incredible. To experience some of them in person and to just be a part of it has been life-changing for me. And I think it is so cool to just learn and be educated about something new and a passion of mine. Yes, agreed. And it was so cool that you got to film and live stream the knuckle hop. The knuckle hop, holy crap. Such a huge event. And, wow. And these hand games and the 2-foot kick, high kick, and the 1-foot high kick. Like, wow. To not even know about these before this weekend,
I feel horrible that I haven't like been into it before. And now it's like, I'm happy that it's getting recognized. And I read a quote from one of the athletes. They're just happy that people know about it. It's being recognized, that their love and passion for these games is now being shared across not only the Wood Buffalo region, but across maybe the entire nation of Canada. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, what are your moments? Tell us about what you've seen and taken in and enjoyed in the Arctic Winter Games. 780-791-1037. For the last couple years, to get a $5 off coupon at the front of a till, I said yes to my phone number. And they've been texting me every single day, at least once a day.
That is prime frugalness that I can appreciate. $5 off. And you're like, yeah, my information's worth it for you.
I know. I don't know if I would.
My information's worth $5 off these $90 jeans. Worth it. No, I'm not $90 jeans. Not knowing you, they're like $17 jeans.
Yeah, they're $17 jeans for sure. And then $5 off makes them $12.
Yeah,
even
yes.
better. So I did say yes to that, and I guess I said yes to a couple different companies doing that because last week I unsubscribed in my text messages to 3 different brands that aren't even here in Fort McMurray.
Yes.
And I felt so liberated.
I'm
But
so
now,
happy for you.
I feel like nobody cares about me. I hardly get any texts anymore.
Oh, well, subscribe to one of them again.
One of them. Maybe I'll subscribe to you. I'm just going to start sending you, hi, how are you?
No,
What are you
I'm
doing?
definitely changing my number. Especially if it's during my nap time too. No.
Hi, how are you?
No. Oh, no.
What are you doing?
I'm putting my phone on focus on silent.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.